Welcome back, students. So this is the last session for the day. The session will be taken by Dr. Saurabh Dixit. Dr. Saurabh Dixit is the Nodal Officer of Gwalior Center. Sir will be delivering his lecture on Gateway to Tourism. So this will be the topic for this session. We welcome Dr. Saurabh Dixit. Please, sir.
Share screen. Gateway to tourism. Video. My dear students, I hope I am audible to you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Audible, sir.
Okay. So first of all, myself, Saurabh Dixit from IITTM Gwalior. I am thankful to all of you, all my students of IITTM. Thank you, Ranu, for introducing me. My dear students, as you know, there is Gateway of India. That is the sign of entry point to India. If you have seen map of India, Gateway of India is towards western side of the country, and Britishers, when they came to India, firstly they came to eastern part of the country. They came with East India Company. So today our topic of discussion is Gateway to Tourism. So we are going to talk about this discussion. I hope our today's session is very helpful to you. Today our objective is you will become familiarized with tourism and educational discipline, and we will talk about your career also. Since it is your first lecture, I am thinking that you should know what is tourism and what would be your career after completing management course from IITTM. And what is IITTM? After completing this almost 1 hour session, you will have basic idea about tourism and allied sectors related to tourism, directly and indirectly. In this session, I would be presenting with the help of PPTs and videos. Initially, we will talk about IITTM campuses. Then we'll talk about tourism as a concept and its framework. That will be basic framework. Then we would be talking about tourism, its segments and areas in slide 20 onwards. Then we will talk about why do we travel? What are the motivations? Why people travel? Then we will talk about facts and figures. After slide 38 onwards. Then we will talk about positives and negatives of tourism area. After slide 45. And lastly, we would be talking about tourism as a dream job. What kind of job you would be doing after completing management course. Then we will talk about questions and answers. So let us start. IITTM was established in 1983 on the recommendations of UNESCO. That is the body of United Nations. One parliamentary act came into existence and IITTM was established in 1983. In 1969, government realized requirement of human resource in the country. Why I am saying so? Because IITTM is the first institute in India established by Government of India, keeping in mind future human resource in the country. Initially from 83 to 92, our job was to create course curriculum, to organize executive training or training for officials. I mean to say that IITTM was working as regulatory body. And in 1992, IITTM started full-time regular courses. So it is a kind of leading organization in the country. IITTM has its MOU with a number of institutes, organizations like Philippine University, Macau University, in Macau IFT, Institute for Tourism, and Colombo University. Then IITTM is closely associated with United Nations APTIC, Asia Pacific Education and Training Institutes in Tourism. And IITTM is an organization of Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. So now structure of IITTM must be clear to you. The head of IITTM, Director IITTM, his rank is equivalent to Joint Secretary. So it's very high post. Head is he has to look after all 7 establishments of IITTM. We have our campus in Noida. Dr. Pawan Gupta is Nodal Officer of Noida. That is the part of National Capital Region. There is Golden Triangle in the country. Golden Triangle is most visited travel route in the country. And in Golden Triangle, we have Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. So our Noida campus is located in Golden Triangle. And as I told you that day, IITTM Noida established 24 hours tourist help desk. So that was the achievement of Noida. And there they are teaching a foreign language, that is Spanish. Now let's come to Goa. Professor Sutishna Babu S. He is Nodal Officer of Goa. He is a pass out of JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University. As you know, Goa IITTM is located at Dona Paula. That is the most sought after destination in Goa. And if you are convergent with Goa, many people they come to Goa by chartered flights and they think that Goa is a separate place. Even they do not know Goa is in India. So Goa is so popular. And my friend was telling me that Goa is never sold destination. It means Goa has got a lot of potential. So when you will go through Times of India and other newspapers, you will find that Jaipur is sold, Manali is sold, but Goa is never sold. So for a tourism professional, Goa is like heaven if you want to see real tourism. And then Goa has got inherent and basic advantage. You can learn Portuguese there. So that is the USP of Goa Center. There we have very learned nodal officer. He is a good researcher. So if you are joining there, kindly accept my congratulations to you. Now let us come to Nellore. Dr. Meera Madhav is head of Nellore. She did PhD from IIT Chennai. And as I told you, in the country, Government of India has only one institute under Ministry of Tourism that is located near port as well as near Chennai. So if you are joining in Nellore IIT, kindly accept my congratulations, because from there you are going to cover Bangalore, Hyderabad and Chennai. That is the strategic advantage of Nellore. So we can say that Nellore is good for cargo and logistics. And Dr. Meera Madhav, again, she is a learned lady. She did PhD from IIT Chennai. Gwalior is headquarter, oldest institute. Here we have French as a subject in foreign language. Now let us come to Bhubaneswar. Dr. Sabir Hossain ji, he is nodal officer of IIT Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is a part of Golden Triangle of Odisha. As I told you, Golden Triangle means most sought of the triangle region or route among tourists. So in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, Puri and Konark, these three places form Golden Triangle. Bhubaneswar otherwise also is a fast emerging city. There is speculation among economists that because of saturation in Kolkata and Chennai, in India we have only few cities. These cities are very prospective cities, fastly developing cities, and Bhubaneswar is out of or among these cities. So if you are joining in Bhubaneswar, kindly accept my congratulations to you, because you are going to join the best center in Eastern region, and that is in Golden Triangle. In Shillong, we have our camp office. So in Shillong, we are going to start our activities. There we do not have regular courses right now. Then in Bodh Gaya, we have one camp office, that is under Bhubaneswar. Bodh Gaya camp office conducted many language programs for Japanese and Thai languages. Now let us come to tourism. What is tourism? Let us discuss its concept and framework. So tourism means, first is travel. Tourism is not possible without travel. If people they are traveling, then it is tourism. Then off campus, you are going away from your usual place of stay. Ubiquitous, it is for all. R means recreation and rejuvenation. Why people travel? For recreation or to rejuvenate. Then inspiration is there, insight is there. You learn a lot by traveling. Like traveling 1 mile is equivalent to reading 1,000 books. That is the saying in China. So you can develop insight by traveling. S means simple, sharing and sustaining. Tourism is a simple activity, it's not a complex activity. You can share ideas by traveling place to place. And you can make a place sustainable, because if people they are traveling to a place, that place is economically benefited. Then tourism is managed by learned people like you, bright people like you, and M is in fact related to mobility. Before talking to tour, let us see one video. This video will help you to understand what is tourism. Are you ready? I think you are ready.
पहला वाला वीडियो कर लो शेयर कर दो इधर हुई कंफर्टेबल हुई शेयर सर वही अच्छा अच्छा सर तो ना फोन ना थैंक यू
सारे जहां से अच्छा दोस्ता हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा India, incredible India.
You also link the language.
So students, welcome back. I hope now tourism concept must be clear to you. You have seen two videos. First video was about Incredible India. That was the traditional video, product oriented video. In first video, you have seen festivals, monuments, personalities, people, government schemes, Indian Army. And in second video, you have seen customer, that is tourist. So second video is customer centric video and first video is related to tourism as a product. So lastly, we were talking about the meaning of tourism. What is tourism? And I told you, tourism means travel. When people travel, that is tourism. So from the video, it must be clear to you why people travel. Then off campus, people travel out of their usual home of stay. Ubiquitous means it is for all. Tourism is for all. Recreation and rejuvenation is the purpose among various purposes. Then inspiration is there, insight is there. It's a simple activity. Sharing is there, sustaining capacity is there. It is managed by people like you and mobility is there. Now let us talk about the conceptual framework given by tourism authorities. So when you will go through authors and books, you will find that tourism means when people they are traveling for 24 hours or less than a particular time like 1 or 2 years. It means a tourist is not going to settle down in some other city. Tourist must be staying in commercial accommodation. Suppose you are going to your relatives and you are staying with them, then you are not a tourist as per the definition. But few exceptions are there. When doctors they go for emergencies, for war situation is there, people they are taking asylum, so they are not tourists. Then tourism means person is going for certain purpose and there is some motivation behind that. So these kind of definitions are given by authorities like WTO. When we talk about tourism means travel is there, and there was one person, Thomas Cook, and first time he organized a tour for many people. So he was the person who conducted tour for number of people together. That is why he is known as father of tourism, because he converted tourism from basic thing to commercial form. That is why Mr. Thomas Cook is treated as father of tourism, and still you will find company Thomas Cook, that is a multinational travel agency. Now let us come to Indian philosophy. What is the philosophy of India? As you know, Shankaracharya ji, he established 4 dhams in India. So since ancient time, in India we have few terms related to travel. These terms are Deshatan, Paryatan, Tirthatan, Brahman, Yatra and Jatra. So we have Indian style of travel. Deshatan means you are traveling out of the country. In Indian ethos, that is known as Deshatan. Paryatan means you are going for rejuvenation, for recreation. That is Paryatan. Tirthatan means you are going for pilgrimage. When you are going for Char Dham Yatra, when you are going for Bijli Mahadev Yatra, when you are going to Vaishno Devi, when you are going to Ajmer Sharif, when you are going to Golden Temple, Amritsar, it means you are going for Tirthatan. Brahman is the general term when people they are going to certain place. Yatra means when people they are going together for certain motive, that is known as Yatra. And most common form of Yatra is Kanwad Yatra. Then Jatra is very popular in West Bengal and Odisha. So in Jatra, one group of people, they travel together to give performances in many places. So these are different kind of touristic activities as per Indian philosophy. So I told you tourism as per WTO and Western philosophy, and I told you tourism as per Indian system. When we talk about tour and travel, travel is a kind of generalized form. When you are going to certain place, that is known as travel. But when it is structured, when it is planned, that becomes tour. When you talk about tourism as an industry, so what are different components? In tourism, you will find transport or tourist transport. Like coaches are there, segway is there, trains are there, aircraft is there. Then accommodations are there. Tourists, they stay in hotels, motels, capsule hotels, tower hotels. There are many kind of accommodations, resorts. Then food is there. Many people, they travel to places and they enjoy Mexican food, Thai food, Chinese food. Then experience. When people travel, they travel for experience. Suppose you are going to certain place and you are staying somewhere. You are going by certain transport. You are consuming food. That is not very important. The most important thing is that whether your travel is blissful or it is not blissful. Whether psychic gratification is there or it is not there. So word psychic gratification is very important when you are defining tourism, when you are understanding tourism. So what is psychic gratification? Psychic means related to your brain. Gratification means to enhance activity. So when you are feeling blissful, when you are feeling happy, there is a word satisfaction. So satisfaction is there if you are feeling comfortable. Then there is a word happiness. Then there is a word blissfulness. Blissfulness means then you are satisfied by your soul and heart. That is blissfulness. So when there is psychic gratification in the soul and heart of the tourist, when he is ultimately happy, then he is experiencing the place. And when he is experiencing the place, then it is tourism. So I tried to define your tourism as per Indian philosophy and Western philosophy. Now let us talk about economy part of the tourism. When you talk about India, there are many economical activities. The most common activity in which 42.39% workforce is employed. That is the traditional activity, that is agriculture. Second activity is construction and development, in which 51 million people are employed. Then third is IT, in which 4 million people are employed. And after that, what is the next activity in which people they can go? So tourism is the activity in which people they can go. And as I told you, that is the growing area. That is most popular area nowadays. So why tourism is important? What is the potential of tourism? Tourism is intangible thing. Here our product is intangible. It is not physical. It is a part of service industry. It is growing day by day. And when you are joining in tourism, probably you are going for white collar job. White collar job means you are meeting people from all over the world. You are talking to them in different languages. Okay, so when you want to work in tourism industry, you should know other languages than Hindi and English. Other languages than your mother tongue, Hindi and English. I mean to say that in tourism industry, our expectation is that you would be learning any one foreign language. What is tourism? As I told you, tourism means travel is there. And travel means air travel, rail travel, road travel, travel by cruise, Segway, metro, and Eurotrain is there. Eurotrain is the name given to the train which is popular in Europe. So here, people working in tourism and travel industry, they would be working in airline sector, railway sector, highways, cruise, Segway, and other areas. Then second is accommodation. There are many kinds of accommodation, and every good 5-star hotel has got one travel desk. Person who is looking after travel desk, he is taking care of tour packages. He is making bookings. He is designing travel plan. He is coming out with travel plan. Then one more job is there, that is document processing. After completing this note, after completing this course, you will be aware how to come out with document. Document means what is passport, what is visa. So this kind of technical information is given to tourism professional. Then escorting. Whenever any package is there, whenever tour group they go to a place, there is one person, he is acting like tour escort, tour leader, tour president or tour manager. So this tour escort, tour leader, tour president, tour manager, he is expert in travel. So he can make all kinds of arrangement. Then food specialties are there. In tourism industry, we organize food festivals. So you should have idea about continental food. You should have idea about traditional food. You should have idea about Indian style of food. Like near Jaipur, there is one establishment that is known as Chokhi Dhani. So Chokhi Dhani, they offer Rajasthani food, but in their Rajasthani style. So whenever foreigners they come, they enjoy Manohar. Manohar means to request the person again and again to take more food, to eat more. So that is the good experience for them. So in Chokhi Dhani, people they go and enjoy taking food in rural kind of environment. Then themes are there. In tourism industry, professionals they can come out with various themes and they can take tourists there. Then shows are there. You must have heard about one show in Gurgaon, one show in Agra. There is Alcazar show in Thailand. These shows are very popular, and tourists they demand to the company, travel company, to book their ticket for these shows. And if booking is not made to that particular show, they will not go. Then meet and greet services are there. Meet and greet services means when tour group is coming to the airport, they are arriving from any foreign country to India. And suppose they are getting down at Delhi airport, T3, IGI airport. Then there is one person from travel agency and he is known as, it is known as meet and greet service to receive the tour group. Then shopping is a part of tourism. So here I mean to say that tourism industry is a vast industry. There are a number of areas in tourism industry. I hope this much part must be clear to you. Now let us come to allied area, areas related to tourism industry. So one area is there that is known as event management. Event management means, here in event we talk about MICE, M-I-C-E. M is meeting. So different corporate houses, different companies, they organize meetings. Then I means incentive tour. Companies, they are sending their employees on incentive tour various countries like Singapore, like Malaysia, like Indonesia. Then C means conferences. Many organizations, universities, colleges, they organize conferences. And E means exhibitions and expositions. So many business houses, many manufacturers, they organize expositions and exhibitions. So this industry in which we talk about meeting, incentive, conferences, exhibitions and expositions is a big industry. And corporate houses, they organize many meetings, many conferences. They offer incentive tours. So that is also the part of tourism industry. So suppose you are working in MICE industry, what is the job of a professional? So here, professional should have knowledge about venue. Suppose India is organizing IFA award ceremony in Malaysia. So in Kuala Lumpur, there is one auditorium, big auditorium. So there is competition among different countries, Macau, Malaysia and Singapore, who will host IFA award ceremony of Bollywood. So being as a tourism professional, you have to decide the venue. Being as a professional, you should know how to plan it, because more than 5,000, 10,000 people, they are going to participate in that event. Then being as a professional, you should know how to take feedback. So event industry is upcoming industry. Event industry is fastly emerging industry. Now let us come to second industry, that is cargo and logistics. I heard that even in pandemic, this cargo and logistic industry is growing. That is the potential of cargo and logistic industry. You must have heard that India is a well-known manufacturer of medicines, manufacturer of PPE kits, manufacturer of masks. So in cargo and logistic industry, tourism professionals, as a tourism institute, we talk about documentation part, how to do paperwork, how to take custom clearance, and how to segregate product into simple good and dangerous good. For example, arms and ammunition are under dangerous goods, and other cargo like mask, PPE kit are simple goods. Suppose you want to export elephant or whale, then you have to keep the container half filled. So that is the technical thing in cargo and logistics. So cargo and logistics is upcoming sector, and that is the allied area of tourism industry. Now let us come to third area, that is travel insurance. Every tourist going out of India, every international travel must have insurance. So every international travel insure travel. Okay, so suppose more than 20 million people are traveling out of India, and if 18 million people they are coming to India, it means that you are making 20 million plus 18 million, 38 million travel insurance. So in 1 year, how many cases you are clearing? In 1 year, we are clearing 38 million cases of travel insurance. So here in travel insurance, we are insuring the travel, and in case of any mishappening, customer can make the claim. Now let us come to other documentation part. One person is known to me, one boy is known to me, his age is only 20 years and he is a hitchhiker. He went to Africa just by taking lift. So I do not know how he completed his documents, because he must have passed through many countries while doing this travel. Many people, they want to go to, where they want to take a tour of world by their car, by their bike. So in every country, you have to take permission. You have to go for international driving license. So this kind of documentation work is known to a person like you. Okay, known to a person who is working with tourism and travel industry, and you can come out with innovative ideas. Now let us come to second part, location manager. One of my colleagues, he taught people as a tour guide in Gujarat, and out of that group, one boy, he is working as a location manager. So his job is in Bollywood industry or in film industry, if there is shooting of any serial or movie, this boy, he can arrange location according to the theme of serial or fill. So location manager is a person from tourism industry and he is having geography, idea about geography places. So he can suggest that this place is the ideal place. And if he is suggesting a place, it means he has to make lot of arrangement to make that shooting possible. You must have heard about the place Rajpipla. Rajpipla is located in Gujarat near Narmada region and Statue of Unity is in Rajpipla region. So Rajpipla region is known for shooting of Bhojpuri serials. So these kind of boys and girls working as a location manager, they are earning a lot of money and they are doing innovative job. Now let us come to handicraft area. Handicraft industry is very popular industry and you must know Rajasthan. There are different places in Rajasthan. These places are well-known places for handicraft. Then there is a place in Odisha that is known as Pipli. Pipli is a well-known place for acrylic work or patchwork. So handicraft industry is picking up. Now let us come to agri-tourism. As you know, I told you agriculture is the largest industry of India and our 42% of population is employed on agricultural activities. So when you are taking people to agricultural field and when you are asking them to participate in agricultural things, suppose people they are plucking apple from apple garden in Himachal Pradesh and from that apple he is making a squash of apple, he is making apple jam, or somebody is going to the field of mango trees and he is plucking the mango. Somebody is going to vegetable field and he is plucking vegetables and they are cooking the same vegetables. So they can enjoy that vegetable plucked by him. So when tourists they are participating into these kind of agricultural activities, they are contributing into these kind of agriculture activities, we call it agri-tourism. So agri-tourism is becoming very popular in India as well as outside India. And one more tourism is very popular in Punjab and Haryana region, that is farm tourism. NRI population settled out of India, especially in Canada, US and UK. They are sending their wards to Punjab so that they can learn the culture of Punjab. They used to live in farmhouses. So agri-tourism and farmhouse tourism is a new kind of tourism. And in agri-tourism, one inbuilt condition is that person should participate in the activity. There is a place in Uttarakhand region, that place is known as Garhwal. There was one person, Mr. Bahuguda, so he was unemployed. So he was very depressed. So somebody met him and suggested him, why don't you start volunteer tourism in your village? So he created a website and he started inviting school kids from UK. So now that volunteer tourism is very popular in Uttarakhand. And school kids, they come for 2 months in Uttarakhand, they stay with villagers in separate room and they learn how to do agricultural activities, how to construct road, how to do simple work. So that kind of tourism is known as volunteer tourism. And this tourism is picking up day by day. So many developed countries, they are sending their kids to country like India because India is good in agricultural activities. And our agriculture is closely associated with culture. Now let us come to second part. Why do we travel? What are the motivations behind travel? I hope first part must be clear to you, that is what is tourism. And in video you must have got sufficient idea about the meaning of tourism. Can we proceed? Okay, if you have any question you can write in the chat box. So why people travel? First reason behind travel, this region is very strange region. But that is why I have taken this region in the first slide in this part. Many people travel, like India was under British rule. And in my city Gwalior, there is one cremation ground. And in that cremation ground, many Britishers are there. So Britishers from UK, they come to pay homage. They come to pay homage visit to their ancestors. They come to Gwalior. So many officers are cremated here. In Gwalior, there is one more place, and that place is martyr place of Rani Lakshmi Bai. So in that place, Rani Lakshmi Bai's samadhi is there. That was the cremation ground of Rani Lakshmi Bai. So when people they come for this kind of region, they come due to sorrow. So that kind of tourism is known as Thana tourism or dark tourism. Second is wildlife. Wildlife is upcoming area. Wildlife is upcoming area. Many people they travel to wildlife sanctuaries, wildlife parks for nature walk. The requirement of guides are there. Companies they have to make bookings. Many people they go for bird watching. In your city you can go out of your home early in the morning and you can count number of birds. Try to spot birds. So that is also a good activity. And in foreign countries for bird watching, fee from one person is $25. So these kind of activities are known as wildlife tourism. Then next is museum. Many museums are becoming okay. So many museums are becoming very popular nowadays, and people go to the museum. And these museums require person who know technically history and technicalities of these things. Donation in class है Next thing is heritage walk. Many NGOs are conducting heritage walk. Heritage walk means people they are walking for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and these people they are seeing places covering in their walk. So you must have heard about Dharavi in Mumbai. So one NGO is organizing heritage walk to Dharavi, so that people they can see how people are living in slum area, what are their activities. Then heritage walks are very popular nowadays, and in heritage walk you should know how to tell story to the tourist. Then adventure is there. In adventure we talk about safari. One. अभी 10 मिनट तो रुकिए. Pressure. So what is adventure? So when you are traveling to a place, and in your travel you have 3 variables. First variable is thrill. What is thrill? Suddenly you are getting lot of happiness. Then risk is there. But in adventure there is calculated risk. And you go out of your usual place of stay in some other physical setting. That is known as adventure. So in adventure we talk about safari. Like in Chambal region, Chambal safari is there. Then trekking is there. Then rappelling is there. Climbing is there. More than 150 activities are there. And adventure industry is very strong industry in India. And here in adventure industry, charges are very high because risk is very high. So here I told you about thrill, physical setting and risk. Then one more upcoming industry is medical, health, Ayurveda and yoga tourism. Medical, health, Ayurveda and yoga tourism are related to treatment, travel is there and stay is there. Out of India, yoga tourism is very popular. Almost in all good resorts you will find yoga trainer. Kerala region is very popular for Ayurveda tourism. Government of Germany, they have established one hospital in Cherutirthi. There is a place in Kerala that is known as Cherutirthi. For health tourism, people they go to Haridwar, Rishikesh, and for medical tourism, Hyderabad, Delhi, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Aurangabad. These are very popular places. So tourists they come from nearby countries like Bangladesh and other countries, Nepal, Gulf countries for getting treatment. Then festivals are there. This is known as fair and festival, like Kite Festival in Gujarat, Tej Festival in Rajasthan, Holi of Mathura, then Tomato Festival out of India, then Surajkund Festival near Delhi. Then weddings are very popular. Nowadays people they go for destination wedding. So there is pre-wedding preparations and wedding preparations. So Malaysia is becoming very popular destination among people living in Punjab. And recently Ukhi Math is a very small place. Triveni Narayan is a very small place. And that place is very popular as a wedding destination. Then music tourism is there. People they go for Taj Mahotsav, Tansen Mahotsav, Khajuraho festival. Then as I told you, Goa is a well-known place for leisure. Delhi is a well-known place for leisure tourism. Then Manali is place popular for hill tourism, nature and adventure. Now let us talk about post-pandemic tourism. After Corona-19, there will be new normal. New normal means government will think, industry will think how to control traffic of tourists, how to keep in mind health and hygiene. Short haul travel will be popular. Domestic travel will be popular. 1 minute. हाँ मैम चल रहा है मैं 10 मिनट से कर रहा हूँ हाँ बस 5 मिनट से कर रहा हूँ ठीक थैंक यू चलो हो गया now student let us come to facts and figures related to tourism industry. So as I told you, this industry is $1.6 trillion industry. This data is 2018 data. Expenditure was less than 1.6 trillion and international tourist arrival was 1.45 billion in 2018. In India, total employment is 4.2 crore, that is 8.1% of total employment. Employment figures of hospitality industry, event industry, cargo and logistic industry and in domestic tourism are not available. But I will tell you the size of domestic tourism. In India, international tourism is 11 million. It means foreign tourists, 11 million foreign tourists, they come to India. More than 1500 million domestic tourists are in India. And our outbound means people going out of India, there are 26 million. So this industry is very large industry and this industry will pick up after Corona pandemic. So this is about demand and supply. Now let us talk about positive and negatives. It is a kind of export industry, service industry, low investment is there. There is rising need and demand. Tourism promotes local culture. Multiplier effect is there. Many people they are benefited by one tourist. It is supporting economy and infrastructure. It is smokeless industry related to happiness, cultural exchange is there, human intensive industry. Negative side is also there like Russian crush. We should not encourage Russian crush. We have to talk about sustainability. Long lasting changes are there like Britishers, they came to Calcutta and they changed our lifestyle. It is creating concrete jungle. About your dream job, I will talk sometime later because now we have to start our webinar in Bhubaneswar. Students, these are the jobs you can join. I have long list of positions related to tourism industry. I will talk to you sometime later. These are the companies used to give placement to IITM students. And lastly, I am thankful to Professor Dr. Alok Sharma sir. He is director of IITM. He came out with the innovative concept of these lectures by faculty members of IITM. Dr. C.S. Barua sir, he has taken a lot of pain in admissions. For any inquiry, for any query, you can collect his phone number. It's given in here. Landline number of director's office is also given here. I am thankful to Dr. Ranu Chauhan ma'am. She is assistant professor. She is always friendly. She is always helping students. I am sharing her number with you. So in case of any help, you can talk to her. I am thankful to Mr. Prince Mathur, Himanshu Sahi and Swapnil Shukla. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sharing the opportunities that these students have when they join this industry. So we may please end the session.
Okay.
With your permission. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Students, we are ending the session.